State and local officials acknowledge they are slow. They're urging.
No, they're crooked.
They're urging the votes to be counted quickly. That's how they vote in California.
They're crooked, just like you're crooked. Your press is crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked.
To be fair, I'm not crooked, but let's
really.
Let's
well,
continue.
You play right into their hands.
Let's continue.
You're either crooked or you're stupid.
Let's
you play
continue.
right into their hands with this rap. You know that these elections are rigged.
The Trump interview was NBC's Meet the Press with Kristen Welker, announced to air June 7th. Bottom line, Trump's interview was a mixed bag of policy statements, unverifiable tough guy claims, and flat-out unsupported election talk. Trump to like the tyrant he was, the new Nephilim. Let's put his feet to the fire and watch the video at the end. Trump claim, topic, verdict, fact check. I didn't guarantee no war. Misleading AP reports Trump repeatedly campaigned on no new wars, peace messaging.
Oh, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
It's a lie!
Even though in the interview he said he didn't guarantee it. Iran war is not an endless war. So far it is. The war began February 28, 2026, so his 3 months framing is roughly right, but calling it not endless is a prediction, not a fact. He needs the war to stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon.
Oh, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
It's a lie!
Negro please. That is the administration's argument, but AP notes the message clashes with Trump's repeated claims that prior U.S. strikes already obliterated Iranian nuclear sites. U.S. is very close to an Iran deal.
Oh, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
It's a lie!
Trump's been saying that since March 1, 2026. Reuters reported there was a proposed ceasefire extension framework, but also that Trump had not approved it, and Iranian state media said it was not finalized. Reuters also noted the administration has claimed deals were close before, only for Iran to dispute, downplay it. He would not unfreeze Iranian assets or lift sanctions before a deal. True as his stated position, Reuters confirms Trump said sanctions relief and asset unfreezing would come after an agreement, not before. California vote count changes show cheating or a rigged election.
Oh, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
It's a lie!
AP says Trump claimed fraud without evidence. Late counted mail ballots changing totals are a normal part of California's slow count. California's own Secretary of State says final results are not official until counties finish canvassing, including vote by mail and provisional ballots. 2020 election was rigged. That was a lie. AP previously found no evidence of widespread fraud. Courts rejected case after case, officials certified the results, and Congress confirmed Biden's win. January 6 defendants were treated unfairly and may deserve compensation. That was a lie. Trump defended the $1.776 billion anti-weaponization fund, but AP says DOJ had abandoned it after a judge paused it and lawmakers from both parties raised oversight concerns. He also would not rule out payouts for people who attacked police. January 6 related suicides. The reported names are: Reuters reported 4 known officers who responded to the Capitol attack later died by suicide. 1. Howard Liebengood, U.S. Capitol Police. 2. Jeffrey Smith, D.C. Metropolitan Police. 3. Kyle DeFreytag, D.C. Metropolitan Police. 4. Gunther Hashida, D.C. Metropolitan Police. Reuters named all 4 and said this brought the known officer suicide count to 4. January 6 defendants, participants reported to have died by suicide. Reported names include: 1. Christopher Stanton, Georgia, charged after the Capitol riot. Local reporting said the Fulton County medical examiner believed the cause of death was suicide. 2. Matthew Perna, January 6 defendant who died before sentencing. Law and Crime listed him among January 6 defendant suicides. 3. Mark Roderick Ongst, January 6 defendant. Law and Crime reported the county coroner confirmed he died by suicide while awaiting sentencing. True, Trump tried to rename the evidence. He said, "I didn't promise no wars," after campaigning like the peace president. He said California's slow ballot count looked crooked, but California law literally says the count takes time because mail ballots, signatures, provisional ballots, and voter verification have to be processed. He defended a taxpayer-funded weaponization payout idea even after DOJ said it was dead. And when pressed for evidence, the answer was basically, "I looked." How Trump gonna look if he is always dozing? That is not evidence. That is Vibes wearing a red tie. Comment can't wait to midterms. Subscribe.
This 1.8 billion so-called anti-weaponization fund, it was going to compensate people who say the federal government weaponized the legal system against them. It's been blocked by the courts, met with opposition from Republicans
and Democrats
in Congress and Democrats.
Excuse me, mostly Democrats.
Mostly
some
Democrats and some Republicans.
Some, very few Republicans.
Just to be very clear, are you backing off the fund completely, as your acting Attorney General Todd Blanche has said, or are you looking for another avenue to revive
So
the
let
fund?
me explain what the fund is. People have been hurt so badly by radical left lunatics that worked for the Biden administration and Sleepy Joe. They're vicious, they're violent, what they did to people. And of course, they went after me more than anybody else. They raided Mar-a-Lago and all the other things. But people have been badly hurt. They've committed suicide. They've lost their jobs. They've lost their families. They've lost their wives. They've lost everything. They've lost everything over a fake weaponization of government. Now,
So
let
are
me
you
just tell
looking
you.
for a way to revive it?
Well, look, if it was up to me, I'd pay them the kind of money that they deserve. People have been destroyed. Lives have been destroyed. Many suicides. Think of it. People have committed suicide because a bunch of thugs went after them.
You don't-
So, me personally, I think the weaponization fund is a great idea. And so do many other Republicans. You have to get it approved. If they get it approved, that's great. If they don't get it approved, I'd be disappointed.
All right, we're going to motor through this.
But you have to understand, people have been destroyed by crooked politicians, and they should be reimbursed for that.
Do you think anyone who attacked police officers on January 6th should get taxpayer money?
I wouldn't be inclined to say so, but I have to see it. I can tell you this, 97% of those people, you look at them, the FBI or whoever it was, because you had a lot of crooked cops, you had dirty cops. Comey was a dirty cop.
Well,
A
there's
guy
no
like
evidence
Bolton was a
that-
dirty
but
cop.
there's no evidence.
Wait a minute,
that
wait a
people
minute.
Who,
Oh,
we
you
had
think Comey was a
170
straight
people
cop?
who pleaded guilty to assaulting police
Comey
officers.
was a dirty cop.
No, but
they
the
had
people who
FBI.
assaulted police
Listen to me.
officers.
They had FBI agents ushering them into the building. They had FBI go into the building. Those people walking around, they're looking, oh, isn't this nice? They weren't in. They were
There's
being
no
ushered
evidence
into
of
the
that,
building.
sir. There's no evidence
You
of
had
that.
a bunch of dirty cops, and frankly, what they did was weaponization of our government.
But sir, there's no evidence of that. More than 1,000
no,
people
well, yeah, no,
pleaded
there's
guilty
none.
to
You know what you
crimes.
do? Try
Would
looking
you-
at the tapes one time.
Would you take it off
Look
the
at the
table?
tapes
okay,
one time.
But 172 people did plead guilty to assaulting police officers.
You know why they pled
Should
guilty?
they be exempt
Because they told they
from
were going to
receiving
jail for
funds?
15 years if they didn't.
Should
They pled guilty because they were frightened. They went down. They were ushered into a building. Many of them were arrested without even going
You'd be
into the
okay
building.
with them receiving taxpayer dollars?
The people were destroyed by dirty cops and by weaponization. Many of those people should be compensated. Now, with that being said, as I understand it, the weaponization fund was going to set up a group of people, people that could be picked by anybody, fair people, smart people, and they will go on an individual case basis.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what's going to happen with the weaponization fund. I love the idea because people like you, the fake, dirty press, the crooked press, people like stupid Biden, he's not smart enough to know what's going on, but people that surrounded him, surrounded his beautiful, resolute desk in the Oval Office, what they did to the lives of people, they destroyed people. They sent people to jail who did nothing
All
wrong.
right, just to be very clear, there's no evidence of what you're saying. But let
There's
me
a
ask
lot
you
of
about
evidence.
Todd Blanche. Let me ask you about
Listen
Todd
to me.
Blanche.
Listen to me.
Let's talk
There's
about Todd
tremendous evidence. There's nothing
Well, it's
but
not been
evidence. The
presented
election
in a
was
court of
rigged.
law.
It was a dirty election.
Mr.
And it's
President,
happening again right now
You've
in
never
California.
presented evidence
It's happening
that the
right
2020
now in
election
California.
was rigged.
Right now, look at what's
Where's
happening
the
in
evidence
California.
to that?
It's
The
4
Republicans
days.
are doing well in
California. No, they're not. They're dropping fast because it's a rigged election. Let me tell you, it's 4 days, and they aren't even close
That's
to
how
coming
they-
up
that's
with
how
it.
they
You
count
know
the
why they're
votes in
doing that? Because
California.
they're cheating on the election.
Do you have evidence
They're-
to support
all
that?
I have to do is look. All I have to
But
do is look.
that's not
And I
evidence.
listen. And I listen to people. and let's see what happens.
But, sir, that's not evidence.
Do you think
and
it's appropriate?
That's how they count the votes in
Do you
California.
think it's appropriate that they have an election and 5 days later they're nowhere close to picking a
State
winner?
and local officials acknowledge they are slow. They're urging.
No, they're crooked.
They're urging the
crooked.
votes to be counted quickly. That's how they vote
They're
in
crooked,
California.
just like you're crooked. Your press is crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked.
To be fair, I'm not crooked, but let's
Really?
Let's
Well, you
continue.
play right into their hands. Then.
Let's continue.
You're either crooked or you're stupid.
Let's
you play
continue.
right into their hands with this rap. You know that these elections are rigged. Your network knows that they're rigged. You know that I won an election in a landslide, and I got 94% bad press.
But, Mr. President,
you know why I
you've
got
never
that?
presented
Because you have no
evidence.
credibility.
But you've never presented evidence that it was rigged. Let's keep talking about. I want to talk about Todd.
You
Blanche.
have more evidence. There's more evidence than ever presented.
Let's talk
Your
about
elections
you
in
went
this
to
country,
court.
we're like a third world country.
But, sir,
your elections are crooked, and you're crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked,
Mr.
and so
President-
is ABC and CBS and CNN.
But, Mr.
You're
President-
one-sided crooked networks. All right, let's call it quits because I've had enough. Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
Mr. President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
I've sat
I
in the
traveled
rain with
all.
you.
I know. I
I've sat in the
traveled
rain
all the
with
way
you
to
for an hour,
Wisconsin.
on and off in the rain, and I've given you enough time. You ought to straighten out your press because you know what?
Mr.
A
President,
country can never be
We
great
traveled
with a
all-
dishonest
Listen,
press.
we
Come on, let's
traveled
go.
all the way to Wisconsin for this interview. I spoke with President Trump on Saturday, and we both acknowledged the complication. This $1.8 billion